My dog prefers to have her face squished in between the cushions while she's taking her naps. So I like to make sure she gets in there and help her get extra squishy.
When people ask me what the best decision we've ever made was, I don't hesitate for a second. It was bringing home our first dog, Penny. Looking back after 1 full year, I can honestly say nothing prepared us for what was ahead. We expected a puppy. What we got was a completely new way of living. My boyfriend and I had just moved from New York City to San Diego. Everything felt like a fresh start, and it seemed like the perfect time to welcome a dog into our lives.
Penny, come!
Long before Penny arrived, I spent weeks reading articles, watching training videos, and buying every puppy product I thought we'd need. I was convinced that if I prepared enough, everything would go smoothly. Then came the morning we went to pick her up. It was 4:45 a.m. when we headed to the airport. Still half asleep but filled with excitement. We had flown halfway across the country just to bring this little girl home. The moment we saw her, every bit of exhaustion disappeared. She was even more beautiful than her pictures. Tiny, curious, and full of personality, she won our hearts before we even left the terminal. Our layover gave us time to get acquainted, and Penny couldn't have been sweeter. She calmly stayed beside us and handled her first flight like a seasoned traveler. We kept smiling at each other, thinking maybe we'd gotten incredibly lucky. Then we got home.
You're home!
That first night introduced us to the reality of puppy life. Penny didn't whine. She screamed. It sounded like an entire pack of coyotes had moved into our living room. Every 2 hours, we were awake again, trying to comfort her, wondering if we were doing something wrong. By sunrise, we were exhausted. Our carefully planned routine had vanished overnight, replaced by feeding schedules, potty breaks, and very little sleep. It reminded me of stories I'd heard from friends who had newborn babies. I finally understood why they looked so tired. As the days passed, I realized something else. Almost everything I'd spent so much time preparing turned out to be unnecessary. The expensive crate setup I had carefully researched lasted about 90 seconds before Penny figured out how to climb right over it. Every toy we bought somehow ended up shredded across the floor within days. No article or checklist could have prepared us for a puppy with that much determination. Instead of trying to make Penny fit the life I had imagined, I slowly learned to adjust my expectations. One thing became very clear: Penny needed training. So we committed to it every single day. We practiced simple commands over and over: sit, stay, shake, down. We used hand signals, rewarded every success, and celebrated every little improvement. Some days were frustrating, but Penny loved learning. Watching her understand something new was incredibly rewarding, and those short training sessions became one of my favorite parts of the day. Of course, there was one lesson she had absolutely no interest in learning. Before Penny arrived, I had one rule that I swore I'd never break. No dogs on the couch. No dogs in the bed. That lasted not very long. Somehow Penny found her favorite sleeping spot wedged between the couch cushions, with her face completely squished into the pillows. Instead of moving her, I found myself helping her get even more comfortable. Looking back now, I laugh at how certain I had been. Some rules just aren't worth keeping when they're standing in the way of moments like that.
Drop it. Good girl.
As Penny grew, we expected life to get easier. In some ways it did. In other ways, not at all. Teenage Penny somehow became even more challenging than puppy Penny. She still jumped on us when she got excited. Her fur covered every corner of the house, and our robot vacuum worked harder than anyone else in the family. I was constantly sweeping, vacuuming, or washing something. Training wasn't finished, it had simply entered a new chapter. But something else was changing too. Instead of feeling tied down by having a dog, we actually felt freer. We started taking Penny everywhere we could. Weekend hikes became normal, beach walks replaced lazy afternoons indoors. We explored parks we'd never visited and discovered parts of San Diego we might never have seen without her. Penny didn't shrink our world, she made it bigger. More importantly, she changed how I looked at everyday life. She found joy in the smallest things: a cool breeze, a stick on the trail, rolling through fresh grass, or simply sitting beside us watching the sunset. Somewhere along the way, I realized I was slowing down too. I stopped rushing through every day and started appreciating moments I would have ignored before. The bond we built surprised me the most. I expected to love our dog. I never expected her to become family in the deepest sense of the word. She's far from perfect. We're still working on her manners, and there are days when she tests every ounce of our patience. But when she curls up beside us after a long day, or looks at us with those trusting eyes, none of the mess, the noise, or the sleepless nights seem to matter anymore. Today, Penny is celebrating her first birthday. When I think back to those early mornings, the destroyed toys, the endless training sessions, and all the unexpected lessons, I wouldn't change a single thing. The first year wasn't the easiest year of our lives. It was the fullest. And if this first year has taught me anything, it's that the best memories aren't created by perfect plans. They're created by opening your heart to someone who changes your life forever. Penny certainly changed ours.